p.m. This is the Community Development Corporation, Monday, February 2nd, 2026. I do hereby call the meeting to order. Under B, invocation and pledge. Mr. Milam, if you would.
Let's pray. Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for Los Fresnos, and we thank you for the success we've had. Please continue to bless us with success in our businesses and our community. Thank you for those here tonight that are serving on this board and making decisions. Be with them as they make those decisions, and thank you for their service. Continue to bless us in Jesus' name, amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on to item C, Ms. Jackie, anybody sign up public speaking? That being the case, we move on to Section D, action items under D1, consideration and action to approve the minutes from January 5th, 2026, and they are contained in the packet.
Lady and gentlemen of the board, I have reviewed the minutes of January 5th, 2026, and I see them to be accurate and factual. And with that, I'd like to motion to approve the minutes from January 5th, 2026.
There's a motion that we approve the minutes of January 5th, 2026. Do I hear a second? There being a second and a motion, a motion and a second. Any questions, comments, discussion? That being the case, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, it's unanimous. Under D2, consideration and action to acknowledge the December 2025 financial report under A, monthly, B, year-to-date report, and C, sales tax report.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, on page 7, you can see there are 18 transactions totaling $44,691 so far. Two of the big payments are the sponsorship for the rodeo and the stock show. Then there's a couple of grant payments, everything that's been prior approved by the board. The next page, on page 8, the first part, this top part, as you can see, is the revenue, which is sales tax and interest. Through 3 months of the year, 25% should be received, and we're at 25.9, so that's good. We're about $5,800 above budget, so trending nicely. On the expenditure side, we're at 21.43%, so we're trending good too, because we haven't spent all that we could have spent if you look month-to-month budget. So kind of so far I've saved $20,000, which is good for, it might be that towards the end of the year we need it. So that's all good. And even better, when you turn to the next page, 9, is a recap of our sales tax compared to last year. The other one, on the first one that we talked about, is compared to budget. This is compared to last year. In December, year over year, we're up 13.44%, which is very good, almost $7,000 increase. And year to date, 7.46%, which is almost $12,000 up over last year. So indication that business has done well and doing well in our community. So very, very good so far in 3 months. And that's all my report.
Thank you, Mr. Milam. Any questions, comments, discussions for Mr. Milam? Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion for the consideration and action to acknowledge the December 2025 financial reports, A, monthly, B, year-to-date, C, sales tax report.
I'll go in second.
There's a motion and a second. We acknowledge the December 2025 financial report, monthly, year-to-date, and sales tax report. Any questions, comments, discussion? That being the case, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, it's unanimous. Under D3, consideration and action to approve a signed grant for Monte Carlo Event Hall located at 309 East Ocean Boulevard.
Yes, sir. The incentive committee met earlier today. It's in regards to a sign grant for Monte Carlo Event Hall located at 309 East Ocean Boulevard, Los Fresnos, Texas. That'd be the old Parra Tamales location. We have a total of, I think it was 3 bids with the lowest bid going to the graphic LED signs for 37, I believe it's 55. CDC's portion would be $1,877.50. Committee went over it and approved for the sign grant.
Any questions of the committee from the board? That being the case, do I hear a motion?
A motion to approve the CDC half of $1,877.50 for the Monte Carlo Event Hall.
I'll second that.
There's a motion and a second. We approve the signed grant for Monte Carlo Event Hall located at 309 East Ocean Boulevard. Any questions, comments, discussion? That being the case, yes,
I
go ahead.
did want to point out, I did check you guys out on Facebook, the venue. It looks amazing, and I'm excited to see what you guys are going to make out of it. Thank you for bringing it to Los Fresnos.
Any further questions, comments, discussion? That being the case, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, it's unanimous. Thank you very much. Under D4, consideration and action to approve a storefront grant for Monte Carlo Event Hall located at 309 East Ocean Boulevard. Committee report.
Yes, sir. The committee met again regarding for the storefront grant. We have a total of 3 bids that came in, the lowest being for $7,658. CDC's portion would be $3,829. Committee met and approved for this storefront grant.
Any questions, comments, discussion for the committee? Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion for the consideration and action to approve the storefront grant of Monte Carlo event located at 309 East Ocean Boulevard. Lowest bid being $7,658. CDC portion would be $3,829.
And I second the motion to approve the sign grant from Monte Carlo Event Hall, as discussed.
We have a motion and a second that we approve the storefront grant for Monte Carlo Event Hall located at 309 East Ocean Boulevard. Any further questions, comments, discussion? That being the case, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, it's unanimous. Thank you again for being here.
Mr. Chairman, since they're here, could we let them speak under that item on behalf of what they're doing there on the event hall?
Sure.
Is that proper?
All the time.
Would you like to? I'll put you on the spot.
Testing. Okay, so basically what we want to do with this new business venture that we have started is basically cover the whole spectrum when it comes to events, from corporate events, birthday parties, weddings. It is a smaller venue, so it is a bit more for intimate events or, like I said, corporate. But one of the reasons why we decided to come to Los Fresnos is because we have heard the effectiveness of the city, basically. We know the need there is for an event hall, so we saw the opportunity. And of course, we saw the grants and we saw the comparison to Brownsville, and we decided to just do it over here, basically. Yeah, we already own a catering company. We actually have been here before. yeah, we've had events here before, and we'll be also at the rodeo, so you guys will be seeing us there. So yeah, we're just excited. We're excited to be working with you guys in the future, create that synergy, and get to know each other. You know. Yeah.
Thank you very much and welcome to Los Fresnos. Moving on to D5, consideration and action to approve a marketing design mapping program with Flyer View Group LLC. Who would that be? Mr.
I'm gonna
Jeffrey?
start it, and he's gonna hand some stuff. We're always needing some items to present new businesses, whether we have a specific meeting with them or whether it's a drop-in. And so we've met with, I've met with a couple, but Jeffrey's met with a lot of them, trying to see what works for us. And we found this, and we think this is a good tool. It'll be something similar to this that we can have as a brochure, as something in our packet. If someone just stops by cold and says, hey, we want to learn about Los Fresnos, we can give them that in general. We can also mail those out to people. It'll also link to our website so that people can view that data in a different way on our website. So that's the key point that we wanted. The other, if you'll hand those out, is as we move along, we have AI information through Placer, but it's just raw data. When we get that information from them through some AI technology, but this company also takes that data and can formulate it into some kind of brochure like this. This is just a quick sample of one they did for us. This shows, I think, data on Highway 100 in 1847, correct? Correct. And so this is just a general that we picked. If we have a business that is trying to choose a location and they're location specific, we can run numbers on that and then send them, and they will provide a actual nice brochure document that will be specific for maybe a restaurant at a particular location or whatever. I want a restaurant, as you can tell. It's an evening restaurant, but we need it very badly. But that could help us as a tool to show our demographics, show who we are. And so all of that together is what we're talking about. It's $99.95 for the initial year in setup. After the year, it's only $49.95, which is very reasonable to be able to produce a very professional document. We don't have anything or any abilities to produce something that nice. So that's what we're after, and it'll just be another tool in the toolbox that Jeffrey will have as he tries to promote Los Fresnos.
Looks like page 31 gives us an idea of the printing cost, is that correct?
Yes. And we can do that through them, or we can do that through our own printer, however, depending on how many we want, and there's different packages and different sizes. But we will have at least the data available in a professional presentation, I guess is the right word.
Okay, and that's your half, he's gonna make a presentation on it, Jeff?
No,
That's it?
That's
Okay.
it. Unless there's
Question?
questions.
Any questions, comments, discussion on marketing design mapping program?
I do have a comment. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, the way it's, when you open it up, you see the whole thing, the whole picture. Man, can you imagine somebody seeing Los Fresnos like this? I mean,
Is that the poster? That's not ours. No, but that's the size of the, if we were to pay for posters, it would be like that.
Correct, that's the idea of what we would want. That's why we wanted you to see those actually for another city, but that's the idea of what we would do with it. And if you'll, it's kind of, in the past, we've had brochures that we've done, but we've kind of did them ourselves, and they looked like we did them ourselves. No disrespect to me or those of us that tried to put it together, but we just don't have the professional tools that they do to make it nice. So we had maps and we had something similar to that, but it didn't look good like that. That's why I said professional.
So on this part right here, we're giving, that's gonna be attached to that poster, or this?
This is kind of two separate things.
Okay.
There's that just for the general design mapping for who Los Fresnos is. This can be a one-page or two-page, something more specific to a business. Say if we have an event center coming in and they go, you know, how do I know what Los Fresnos is about? We can say, hey, you're gonna rent this location. Here's who we are. Here's who the business community. Maybe we can also get into loss ratio of why an event center is needed here, because we don't have one. They have to go somewhere else to get one if you need have a party. Same thing we could do for a restaurant. They say, well, is a restaurant really needed? Yeah, we've got a tremendous loss, especially in the evening, because there's very little open in the evening. So we can use that you're talking about to be specific for a business.
I think with all the growth, all the businesses that are being attracted, it's not too early to start planning and start producing stuff like this so that we can attract and we can show people what there is here in Los Fresnos. I think it's a good time, and with the rodeo coming up, I mean, Brownsville has their poster about the, what do you call that? Charro Days, and every year they come up with a new poster to promote that event, and I think that we can do the same thing here. With the rodeo, have a different theme and promote it, and those posters, I mean, they sell. They become collector's items, you know? It's something it's good for the city.
I have a comment on the, on the printing cost. Looking at this just roughly, and my math is rough, we pay like $1,900 for 75 posters. For $600 more, we get like 175 more posters, and they're very attractive. They're very attractive posters. I'm sure that when ours come out, they're going to be very similar to what we've been shown. So I just want to put in my 2 cents worth on this 2487. And that's, if I were to suggest anything, it would be something in that area to where we get quite a bit, because some will give away, some will put up ourselves, some of our businesses that will be interested in putting them up, maybe the event center, okay? So I put them on the spot. But anyway, that's my comment, that we don't want to get just a few and hand them out, and then, you know, we handed out 75 and 12 people looked at them. So that's my comment.
Great, yeah, once you hit the 250, you can see it's very advantageous. And if we get a good product, we can do that. And that's already in our budget for printing, that is just general printing that we can do.
Okay. Any further questions, comments?
I have a question. Is this like an ongoing service that you guys are gonna have? So let's say a business is, I think it would be a good opportunity too for businesses that are looking to purchase commercial property and they need to show the bank also.
Yes.
You know, these are the statistics, things like that. So it would be something that you can request whenever you need that type of service.
Absolutely.
Okay. I don't know, can they make comments?
I'm sorry?
Can they make comments?
I don't think so.
Sorry, it's him.
We have to, we have a public speaking opportunity, and to speak on this item, you would have had to sign up. And those are the rules. But
But after, after we can talk.
not as a group, as long as we don't talk in the quorum. You can talk, though. Okay, any further questions, comments, discussion on number 5? Action to approve marketing design mapping program with Flyer View Group LLC.
Yes, I have a question. So then we're looking to approve the platinum package. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. I'll make a motion then to approve the platinum package for the marketing design mapping program with Flyer View Group LLC.
I'll second that.
Oh, I just said the platinum, $99.95.
Yeah, the platinum amount is that amount.
There's a motion and a second. We approve a marketing design mapping program with Flyer View Group LLC in the amount of first year being $9,995. And I'll add to that the following year will be $49.95. Any further questions, comments, discussion? That being the case, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, it's unanimous. Item number 6, consideration and action to elect a president and vice president for a one-year term. Do I hear any nominations for president?
Do we have to do one by one, or can we just make them straight down?
You're the board, it's your
Okay.
meeting.
We can do both at the same time, it saves time.
Okay, I'll make the motion to stay the same with Henry Juarez as president, current president, and then if they accept Daniel Alvarez as the current vice president. Of course, if they accept the nomination.
I accept the nomination for president.
I accept the nomination, excuse me, as well. I accept the nomination as well, but I want to make a comment. I know how important the role is, and I've been very, very busy with my gunsmithing business. I'm also a Texas Parks and Wildlife hunter education instructor. I'm also an NRA certified basic pistol instructor and a state of Texas licensed to carry instructor. So with all those duties, I'm getting very busy. I haven't been able to show up as much as I used to. I thought very hard about resigning, and I have another nominee in mind, but I thought about it and I thought I'd give myself one more year. And if I don't pick it up, then I know I missed the meeting again this last month because I had a couple of customers that day that could only come that day. So, but I appreciate the nomination. If you guys choose to elect me, I thank you ahead of time. But if I feel like I'm not holding my end of the bargain in the next year, then I'm going to make a nomination for another person that I think would be very, very good for this position. So that's all I wanted to say on that.
I'll reserve my comments for after the vote. We have two nominees, Enrique Juarez for president and Mr. Alanis for Daniel Alvarez, I'm sorry, Mr. Alvarez for vice president. We'll take the first one.
I'll second.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, so there's a motion and a second. We approve them both in bank. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Congratulations, Mr. Alvarez. And
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your support again.
I just want to say, I kind of stumbled in here, I don't know, what, about 20 years ago, Mark? You know, and back in the time when there was no money, I think we had $80 a month, and you've heard me say this, so I won't bore you with it. But we've come a long way. We still have a long way to go. One of my, not a philosophy, but one of the things that I've always kept in the back of my mind is not to save for a rainy day, but save for special events, save for Walmart, save for stripes, when the first one was the stripes, and save for an HEB maybe, you know? So we need to save, and a lot of people, not a lot of people, some people misconstrue us. They believe we're a funding source for this and for that, and we have to kind of just be very conservative with our funds, because we need to have them when we really need them. Like with Walmart, I remember $180,000, I think we had to pay for that drainage, I call it drainage, it's the reservoir and things like that. So anyway, that's been my philosophy. That will continue to be it. I'm not adverse to going out in the community and encouraging the participation from the business and from the community also. But I think our main focus and what our claim to fame has been that we've been very frugal, watching our pennies for whenever we have the opportunity. We're ready, willing, and able to strike. And that's what my plans are, unless something big changes. But thank you very much for the vote of confidence. I'm very grateful. I'm very proud and honored to be part of this group, and having been part for a long time. Mark and I have, some of you here have lived through several administrations. The one today is the administration in place is very helpful, and sometimes we had a little bumpy road, but we've survived and we're here to stay. Thank you again. Moving on to item E6 under 1, City Manager Report. A, Los Fresnos Business Circle January event. B, Workforce Development. C, LF CDC website development. D, Earth Day, April 18th. And E, Cara Cara Trails ribbon cutting ceremony. Mr. Milo. Or
I'll pass it
Mr.
to
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
All right, if you'll follow along with me on page 36, I'll go over the report for the month of January. So if you read along with number 1, the Los Fresnos Business Circle January event, the year began with a strong Los Fresnos Business Circle event focused on building momentum for 2026. We set out with a goal of setting the tone for this year within our community, and the turnout and the feedback really represented what the community wanted, and it showed that that we're ready. We're ready for 2026 for all the the new developments that are coming, and to position ourselves to attract bigger businesses like HEB. One of the things that was most notable about this was the attendance. We had 43 people that signed in. Those were the actual sign-ins that we got at this event. And we also, again, had a diverse list of attendees from different types of businesses. And every event, we've had a different group of businesses attend. There's some of the same people that show up, but we always get like more than half of the people that attend are new to this event. So it's really growing, and I anticipate that as we move forward, that it's only going to get better, and we're going to be able to communicate with each other in a way where we're able to collaborate, and not just collaborate, but the CDC will also be able to understand what the needs of the community are so that we can make decisions according to those needs. So we'll look forward to Mentimeter poll highlights, and that's a service. We use the free version, but it's a service that is a live polling system where we had it up on a projector screen, and we also had a TV, so that when I gave them these questions, they were able to scan a QR code, and then they can answer the question on their phone, and you would see the results live on the screen. So it was a very interesting way of getting involvement. So the top momentum word for 2026 was growth with 11 votes. Top driver momentum, expanding small business support, that had 19 votes. So the majority of the businesses want more support. Top ranked opportunity, empowering entrepreneurs through resources and capital. Again, they want more support, funding. Momentum strength, majority selected 4 or 5, so they see the momentum moving into this year at the highest, which was 5 and 4. The majority of the attendees voted for 4 and 5, which again is strong momentum for 2026, moving towards 2026. Top requested resource was funding, followed by marketing and networking. And we've seen that pattern since we first started back in September at our first event. We've now had 5 events, and they've all been well attended. We've had great feedback at every event, and it's been just the greatest way to get involved with the community and see what the needs are from the business community. And they also have an opportunity to talk to city officials, to contractors. You know, they have questions on the sign grants. A lot of them have questions over the sign grants. Well, we had, you know, a couple of CDC board members present. Mr. Milam's been present. The mayor usually shows up to these events, so they get to see all sides of the community that's involved in the growth of our, you know, our city. And I think that's where the magic happens. That's where people get together and share ideas. And we've had quite a few collaborations from these meetings already that are moving developments forward. So I think that's a really good testament to the power of this one event. You know, we look forward to doing more with the business circle, but this one event has been very successful. So I'll move forward to, the next event. We're gonna skip February because February is a busy month, and we're gonna move forward to March, the first week of March, just because we want to make sure we host another well thought out event and that it provides value to the business community. So the next topic is workforce development. We're still waiting updates from Workforce Cameron. I did actually get an update after I submitted this report on the high demand job training, and they finished writing out the MOU. So that's one big step in the process. Once that's written, then we'll get it signed and we'll move forward with whatever the next step is. I think there's something before we actually go ahead and start working towards events that will recruit Los Fresnos residents. But that's moving forward. Moving on to number 3, LFCDC website development. We have been looking at possibly having a new logo for the CDC, something more modern that's going to catch attention from maybe developers or anybody who wanted to look at Los Fresnos. And we'll look at that and see if that's something that's a good option for us. But it's something we're looking at. The website mockup has been created to review visual direction. We're still kind of filling in the website with information. And one of the things that's not on here that I was informed on was that we're going to have professional headshots taken so that we can post it on this new website. So we'll have a date for that. Let's see. I was looking at February 18th, later on this month. If you want to go ahead and mark that on your calendars or take a note. We'll do February 18th from 9 a.m. to 11:30. They only need about 2.5 hours to get headshots of all the CDC board. And the other thing is, I'll speak to the service for Flyer View. That's going to be a really good addition to the website as well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that's going to turn out, because that'll highlight a lot of our properties in a very nice way for businesses to look at what they're actually needing to see to determine whether or not they want to invest in our city. All right, and number 4, Earth Day, 2026, April 18th is the date. So we're doing pretty good on time. We're waiting a supply list from LFCISD, and that's going to help them support them to do their student-run educational booths, birdhouse building that the CTE Center is going to do with their construction students, and pinecone bird feeder that they're going to do with the special ed department. We also have a local author from McAllen, Dr. Elaine Hernandez. She's going to read a book that she wrote at the Butterfly Garden, and her book's actually about a butterfly. So it's a very good book for her to be reading that day, as we have a butterfly garden there, and it'll be something nice for that event. New flyers and banners for the event are currently being designed. So today we actually got a social media version of that image, that graphic, and we can go ahead and start marketing so that people can start saving the date of April 18th for Earth Day. Number 5, Gata Gata Trails ribbon cutting ceremony. This actually affects the city quite a bit, since we've seen the use of the Los Fresnos Nature Park and the trails behind it. The use of it has grown. I myself am a runner, and the active community, we run there every other Saturday. The lab, they have a running group that gathers there at the nature park, and they run out to those Gata Gata trails. But now we're going to have the opportunity to run all the way to Palo Alto for those that are really serious about running and want to test their endurance. So I attended the Brownsville to Los Fresnos Trail ribbon cutting ceremony. It was a beautiful ceremony to see and learn about how all this came together, something that's been in the works for over 10 years. And it's finally coming to completion. We just need the last mile. So once that last mile is done, we'll be fully connected to Palo Alto Battlefield through that trail. So this project represents a major regional collaboration between municipalities and organizations working together to expand access and recreation, mobility, and health opportunities through Cameron County. So that's just all quality of life. That really improves our quality of life here in Los Fresnos, so much so that I believe that's going to drive more people to want to move here. So that concludes my report. I'll stay up here if you have any questions.
Any questions, comments? I do have some. I noticed in your report here in a couple of places, businesses continue to request more funding resource. And then under Mentimeter, also top requested resources funding. And I just mentioned a little while ago, we do funding, and I'll use them as an example because they're here. If we assisted them with a request to assist their business, and we have criteria, and this is an event hall, but if there was a gentleman next to him that wanted assistance with an ice cream parlor, we would offer them the same assistance. And it's offered equally and fairly to everyone that qualifies, i.e. a business in Los Fresnos. Not everything we fund is a success. I know that, and Mark remembers this, we had an event that had to do with obstacle courses and running in the mud and stuff like that. And I think after about 3 years, I asked Mr. Milam, I said, what is the, how much money have we given this thing? And I think you said something like $20,000 over a period of 3 years. Mm-hmm. And what is our return? It's zero. So it's a wash. We were not successful. So if we get in the business of funding, becoming a funding resource for people, we would have to discriminate. Well, we're not going to give the Monte Carlo, but we are going to give that ice cream man a loan or advance money like that. And that's what I think our guidelines don't allow us to do that. And I'm going through all of this because, just for the sake of clarity, so the business community knows that. Now, your predecessor, and I'm not criticizing you, your predecessor would on occasion bring SBA people to meetings, he would put things together, so we can facilitate some sort of funding resources for our business community, but we as the board cannot be one. So that's my comment. So maybe we can reach out to the SBA, and if it costs us money, we'll put on something to assist our business community if they're looking for something like that. We can be facilitators. Does that make sense?
Yeah, all of those have been at the business circle meetings, the
Oh, okay.
SBA, and I've had
Okay.
several different guys
Okay.
present to
So
the business.
anything you can brainstorm that will assist them in what they're crying out for, I'm all for that. But we have to be careful because our guidelines don't allow us to become that. And I just wanted to point that out. But it's very good. This business circle association or group has become very beneficial to our community. And it's kind of like the left-right punch that Los Fresnos have, having only a jab with the CDC. We now have a left and a right with this and other groups. So anyway, good job. Thank you for your report. Any questions, further comments? Thank you for your report. Does that conclude your report, Mr. Milo?
Thank you.
Okay. Under item F, time is 6:41.